What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today we're going to be reacting to the Odd Ones Out. Make sure to like and subscribe and ring that bell. And Happy New Year's. Let's get into it.
Hi, New York. It's Dr. Vossen, the city's doctor.
I don't take any claim of ownership, guys. I don't take any claim of ownership for anything in this.
Holidays are my favorite time of year for gathering with our friends and loved ones.
May I have your attention, please?
You already got it, James. James, boy. You already got it.
Your attention, please. May I have some? Please.
Oh, hold on. I think I told him the answer. Yeah.
What if I put up gameplay of Subway Surfer and used a robot voice? Would that keep you stimulated?
No. James the Thin, we won't give you attention. We're looking at our internet. James, we're looking at our internet. Why are you going on our phones?
Wikipedia says that people born between the year 1981 and 1996 are part of a group called millennials. And I am a 96 baby. Hello, year of the rat, what's up? I'm cusping on that millennial Gen Z line, so I can relate to all you Gen Zers, okay? I know what cap means, I know what drip means, and I also don't remember where I was when 9/11 happened. However,
guys, he was probably having a fun day and his parents were like, that was just an interruption, guys. Something happened. There was some confusion. There's just some confusion in my family life. But guys, he's saying all the outdated memes like this. LOL. So outdated.
Gen Z, there is a difference between us. We're both a generation that grew up on the internet. But you grew up with the internet. We grew up with the internet. The internet didn't used to always look like this.
We grew up having the internet, he means. But he grew up with the internet evolving. Like
It's metamorphosized a
humans.
multitude of times. Now, if you talk to an older millennial, they'll tell you the horror stories of the late 90s internet. How the internet used to be paired with your home's landline. And if you don't know what a landline is, good. If you wanted to surf the net at blazing speeds of 7 kilobytes
Then watch TV.
a second, then you couldn't use your telephone at the same time. This was before texting even existed, so if you needed to talk to someone, you had to call them and look up their phone number in that 20-pound weapon known as a phone book, and then if someone else was using the internet, they'd get the pleasure of listening to... Although, if I had to make a sound that represented the entire internet, it would sound exactly like this. I didn't...
No, it would sound more like, oh, la la. Because the internet is insane, guys. I mean, you guys out there gotta be careful, you know? You guys might get hacked or something, but I know how to do stuff. And not saying you guys wouldn't. I'm just saying you gotta be careful out there, guys, you know?
grow up with dial-up, but I did grow up in a time where the internet looked completely different. By the time I was exploring the interwebs, we got speeds up to 1 megabyte per second. So the highest quality video you could
That's terrible.
stream on YouTube was in 240p, or this big. And it would still buffer a lot. Gen Z, you weren't there when YouTube had a 5-star scoring system and the subscribe button was yellow and people would put these things all over their videos. You weren't there when the videos were in a 4:3 aspect ratio because that's what TVs looked like. You weren't there when a background for a website would be a never-ending grid of a JPEG and music would play against your will and your cursor would turn into a sparkly wand and... Okay, that's actually pretty cool. Whatever happened to that? And then...
Guys, that might have been a real game. That was terrible, and I'd never want to play.
The person who built the website would go, it's looking pretty good, but you know what this web page really needs? a counter that'll tell you the total number of people who visited. Let me just copy this HTML code I found online. And if you're around my age and you also had unsupervised computer time, then great, you were also there to experience the pre-puberty years of the internet. Try to imagine the internet without social media. No Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or MySpace.
Guys, Twitter looked like this. X. Yeah. Or for a better description, it's terrible, guys. The internet used to be so bad, and now we got a good one. And oh my god, I love it. Or you could also do this though, guys. But let's get back into this, guys.
Were people back then just not talking about themselves or sharing their opinions online? Were we as a society more connected with the people we knew in the real world? No, of course not.
Never. Never, guys. This is what I think of history. History. None. We don't want it. No more. I'm kidding. But all you guys in school, keep learning, do all the stuff you wanna. Be good.
People have been sharing their opinions online since day one. They were just doing it on random message boards. I know it sounds trivial nowadays, but there was once a novelty in being able to type anything you wanted into the computer and then someone else you didn't know would instantaneously respond. Even Neopets, a game targeted to children, had chat rooms and let anyone send unfiltered messages to children. I'm surprised I didn't meet any weirdos.
I mean, I'm surprised you didn't meet any weirdos either, James.
That's one thing that'll never change with the internet. There will always be weirdos online. In fact, most of a weirdo's life is spent behind a computer. I would know. I think people loved sending messages so much that sometimes your friend would send you a message that said, "You've just been hit by the duck truck. Send this message to 8 of your friends and you'll be as sexy as a truck."
Guys, that's terrible. I hate that joke.
Or you'll be hit by a 16-wheeler. You have 7 days. And
okay, that's terrible.
instead of blocking that person, some people would keep the chain going. Hey, I have a quick question. When was the last time you ever had to type a specific website into your address bar? Probably somewhere about 10 years, give or take. You just type in a Y, and then YouTube pops up. You put in a T, you get Twitter, and P gets you picturesofalligators.com. And if you had a specific question you wanted to ask the internet, you just Yahoo it, right? Yahoo? Oh, no, that's not the one you kids are using. You kids are using that new search engine, right? Ask Jeeves? I know there's like 4 main websites that everyone goes on, but back then, instead of having a social media account, people made their own websites. So there were a bunch of different websites for you to explore, and to help you find those websites, you had a few search engines to pick from. Everyone loves to dunk on Bing for even attempting to be a search engine, but back in the day, Google had some competition.
Google should have never had competition. Google is this type of check mark, because that's not really a check mark. Maybe, let me find it, this and this, to make an okay check mark. Anyways, let's keep going, guys.
Obviously, I can see why Google ultimately won the search engine battle. Google is a great company, and I would recommend Google to all my peers and coworkers. I love Google. As much as I love the internet, some of the best memories...
Actually, guys, that's not true. In my school, we actually talked to a guy from Google, and they weren't that rude or anything, or trying to be like that.
We had on the computer weren't even on the internet, were they? Sometimes the internet would just go down. But did that stop us? Did we go outside?
Drive an award-winning...
They'd never go outside.
Comfort, the Mitsubishi Motors year-end sales event.
Remember, guys, no claim of ownership.
No, we were still able to supply ourselves with hours of entertainment even without an internet. All you had to do was click Start, All Programs, Accessories, Games, and then... Space Cadet Pinball. I guarantee every millennial watching this right now just got hit with a big wave of
That sounds like it sucks.
nostalgia. This game might seem simple because there's only 2 buttons that you can press, but when you really got into it, this game had a whole lot more going on. Trust me, Space Cadet Pinball was all we had sometimes, and I cherished every second of it. But if you were anything like me growing up, you were also practicing your art skills. And luckily, every computer came pre-installed with a top-of-the-line painting software that every artist needs. Yeah, this program's got everything. There's a line tool, and a bucket tool, and a circle tool. And sometimes when I was really bored, I would make a black rectangle, scribble the freeform selection tool on it, and then blammo! Yeah, I still got it. I just made a masterpiece. And, fun James bonus tip, for some extra self-induced epilepsy, hold down Control-I, which will invert the colors, so your masterpiece will go... Oh my god! Oh, it hurts to look at!
Hey, looks like you're trying to create a conclusion to this YouTube video. Would you like my help?
No, Clippy. Even when you were around, I never used you. I just liked having you there to keep me company. The internet is still a relatively new invention that is ever changing the way we live. And we have...
R-I-P-P, Clippy. Get it, guys? P-P. That's a terrible joke, I know. But seriously, guys, shout out to Clippy. I know you're dead, but shout out.
Yet to see the full effects of what being connected since birth does to a person. The fact that the accumulation of all human knowledge can now fit in your pocket, that's going to affect your day-to-day life. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you to get off the internet, touch grass, and live your life to the fullest. Otherwise, I'd be a hypocrite and unemployed.
Okay, guys. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.